Yo, what the fuck is up, YouTube? We're back with another banger today. We just had another 20K day. It's insane. Let me show you guys this. So it's 10:21 p.m. right now. We're currently at $20,686 today. Absolutely insane. But yeah, we're about to hop on Marathon and have a ton of fun, but I literally remember when I was praying at the post office for just one more order, even a 10K, 20K month. Now we're literally back to back to back to back doing that every single day with startup brands. It is fucking insane. So let's hop on the game, let's have some fun, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about how I got here and how you can too. Yo, what the fuck is up, YouTube? We just closed the day off around like 21, 22K, something like that. Someone literally must have gone to China and fucking, I'm sick as a bitch. I've been sick for like the past 4 days. Sucks so bad. Another sinus infection. But anyways, today what we're gonna be talking about is how I guess I got here, in the sense of like consistently doing 20K days with tons of brands that I'm working with currently. We talked about it a little bit last video, but as far as like what it is specifically that I like come into brands and do is basically building insane creator programs. Now there's, I guess, like a few different ways to look at creator programs. You can look at them as basically just working with a bunch of like influencers, but typically that's not how I go about it. And it's not how I'm able to like take startups, like for instance, like Ascend Athletic or Humble Estate or any of these other startups, literally from like zero to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Like in Ascend, for instance, that happened like first month. Like this kid came out, he worked with me in person. We got his samples made at my partner warehouse in Arizona. And literally we got the photo shoot done like, so literally in the matter of a week, we got this kid's whole new drop made, got samples done. And then we got content with my videographer and my photographer. We got a bunch of content and we dropped the brand. Within like a few days, the video started going viral, and that brand ended up amassing like 300,000 or 400,000 affiliates, doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And these kids are just like completely like, they literally was a startup brand. It's insanity. And that's like not the first time it's happened. It's happened so many times. Obviously not with every single brand, but with a lot of them. It's kind of like become a pattern to the point that I'm realizing that, wow, like this is not luck. And like the more brands that I've taken on, the quicker and the faster that it happens. So it's really cool. So when we think about the different types of creative programs that we could have, right? We have obviously just regular, like what we were talking about, influencer programs that you would think about. Like the ones that they're, let's say, I don't know, like 50, let's even be gracious, let's say like 25,000 to basically like 25,000 plus, maybe to like, I don't know, like 500K or something like that. We'll call those influencers, right? Now, back when I started Visionary, one of the biggest things that I had issues with was getting creators of that size, because I was a startup brand, right? So it was a little bit hard for me, and it was literally impossible. And like, how could I possibly compete with a brand like Young LA when I didn't have the money to? And that's kind of where my strategy came, which was getting like the low-hanging fruit of the industry in a sense, but there's so much of it. And it's really like, I guess, unlimited in a sense when you think about it, because you have all of these people that are within a certain niche. So like right now we'll talk about specifically fitness, right? So we have all of these people, and they don't necessarily have a place to go because they're having a similar issue that we're having, but from an opposite perspective. So for instance, if I am a fitness creator that I have, I don't know, let's just say like 2,000 followers, and I'm getting like decent views, even if I'm only getting a couple hundred views a video, right? I'm consistent, everything's going awesome, but no brand will ever look at me, sponsor me, take me seriously because of the size of my audience. Now, what I did is I reverse engineered that. I started getting all of these people that had smaller audiences, and I would work with those people, and I would amass ultimately like groups of, I don't know, like let's say a few thousand of them, right? At first it probably sounds insane, but it's really not hard to do, especially at scale. So you take those groups of people and you give them a voice in the brand. So for instance, like I noticed that I would have a bunch of people that were like strictly from California or strictly from New York or strictly from Jersey, and I would group all of these people together in group chats, and I would ultimately allow them to have, I guess, sort of a say, again, within reason, to the content and through the drops that we were putting out. And you build like mini communities in your massive community, and that'll allow you to scale very rapidly because with those people thinking that they have a voice, which they do, it's not just them thinking it, you really build a solid relationship with them, which will allow you to have insight, and ultimately they're going to care way more about your brand and about your vision because of that say that you give to them. So what I did is I took those the micro groups of people, and I scaled my brand that way. And that's what we ended up doing with all of the other brands that I worked with, and that I still do work with. And it doesn't matter the industry. You could be running a drop shipping store, as long as you can extract some sort of like angle from what it is that you're trying to sell. So for instance, like, let's just say you're running some bullshit like pet drop shipping product, right? You could find ways to like extract meaning. Like, I don't know, like, we're a brand that's special because for every like dollar that we make, we'll send, I don't know, like 1 cent or 10 cents to some sort of organization, or we're gonna do this proactively with, you can get really creative with it. Or we believe that like all animals should have this certain thing, or we're pet owners that think alike because of XYZ. Like, you can get really creative with it. Again, I'll bring back Visionary as an example. My whole thing was that I lost 100 pounds and I leveraged that story. So like, I was targeting people that currently had or were currently looking to transform their lives with fitness. So what I started realizing as an entrepreneur is that I could ultimately extract that same sort of strategy and put it across all of my different brands that I was working with. So no matter if they were in the beauty industry or streetwear, or they were just selling a drop shipping product, or like literally no matter what it was, I was literally able to extract meaning and blow up the brand that way. And then we would basically put out 3 to 5 top of funnel videos a day. This guy fucking sucks.
Fire out.
This guy sucks so bad. Anyways, what we did was we started putting out like at least 3 to 5 top of funnel videos a day to get these affiliates. Now, a lot of people think that you need to put paid behind it. You most definitely do not. I've seen people see a ton of success putting paid. I obviously, as I've started working with much larger and bigger projects, I've had to incorporate paid into a lot of my strategies, because ultimately these creators, these micro creators, will be your best fucking ad creatives, because you ultimately get all these people that will make content for you for completely free without you having to pay them up front for the creatives, where normally you'd be stuck having to pay up front for creatives. In this way, you don't have to do that, because we're getting all of these affiliates and they're doing it for free, and they're doing it at scale, which is insane, because there's really no other good way to do that. So with that, sorry, I really need to extract these keys. But basically, with that, we'll be able to like mass test ad creatives when we're working on larger brands with larger projects. And like, some of these companies I'm working with are doing like 50, 100 mil a year. So like, they need like constant fucking ad creatives. They need like 50 a week minimum, if not 100, not 200. Like, they literally, the more ad creatives that they have, the more money that we will continuously make. So where I started to incorporate this strategy too is where we're posting a ton of this top of funnel content. The videos that start doing really well, we'll just put some spend behind them. And the ones that don't do well, it's good, because now we know it doesn't do well. Which again, normally we have to mass test so many different angles and blah, 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 blah. But these people are going to care way more about the brand and way more about the product than they normally would too, which is exactly like what we're looking for. So you ultimately want to start posting, like, I'd say at least like you can almost like make like an ambassador account too. So you can post as much on TikTok as you want. You can't really like oversaturate it. You can mix between real, holy shit, tongue twister. You could mix between reels, like the ones that are actually like real, It'll show on your feed, and you can alternate trial reels too. Oh my god, I can't talk. Trial reels too, and that'll ultimately allow you to just mass test even more. And when we think about numbers, right? Let's just say, for instance, like we post a video a day on each platform. That is 60 videos a month. When we start adding just one more video per platform a day, it goes 120, 240, and you're just literally increasing your chances of going viral. And again, these videos are not only making, like, they're not only, how do I explain this? I'm really trying to think of how to explain this to you guys. They're not only going to, these videos are not only going to get you affiliates, but they're also going to be getting you sales, because what you should be doing is making the affiliates buy in to whatever sort of offers. So whether you give them like some sort of starter pack or literally anything that you can do that makes the affiliates like have to have some sort of skin in the game, because then you turn your biggest, you turn your affiliates into your biggest buyers and your biggest promoters at the same time, which is like a strategy that I've not really seen a lot of people in the space do. No one does it exactly the way that I do it, and there are videos that you can find like exactly like by me, I'm saying, talking specifically exactly like basically how to do exactly what I am talking about. It's just more of like a visual thing. Like I can't really explain that to you guys right now, but again, I have tons of videos on it. But with that, you want to again not only have these people like promote, but you want them to buy into it, because then that's like top of funnel money. Then you can like start investing into different areas, which normally like you wouldn't be able to. And like that's how we're able to scale these brands so fast, because not many brands are in a position where they could just be sending out, like, let's just say like, I don't know, like hundreds of like ambassador packages. Like that's just not something that a normal brand, unless you're like a huge brand, would like just fiscally be able to do. So by us getting the affiliates to purchase first, we solve that problem, and it's very good for the brand too, because they'll have instant like cash flow injection into the brand, which helps in all areas, because every single brand ever needs cash. It's the biggest problem, is you need money as a brand owner to survive, to be able to run the brand more profitably. 1 second, guys, I'm gonna pause. And by more profitably, what I mean is when we start thinking about scaling, we need the organic revenue to balance out the media buying costs, because you also have to pay a media buying team to run the ads, unless for some reason you have a really good, like, unless you as a brand owner, you're good at running ads, you need to do it some way, some shape, some form, right? So, oh my god, I fucking put the wrong map on. That sucks for me so bad. But yeah, like a lot of these brands that I'm running, even with paid, clothing brands specifically, will normally be averaging around, like, I would say bare minimum, like 58, 60% after everything. Like after these people pay me, after they pay themselves, like that's like what they're left with after media buying, because of how powerful the funnel is. Like you need some sort of an organic engine for your brand. And when I go online and I preach about, like, I do organic, I don't do paid, like I believe in paid. I think if you're at like 50K a month, like paid is great, but like if you don't have millions of people that have seen your product and like converted, then like something's wrong. Like ads are going to amplify what you're already doing organically. And like that's something that I stand on. And like even though like you're a big company, even though you have tons of money, it doesn't mean that you're being efficient with the money that you have. It doesn't mean that you're spending it properly. It doesn't mean that you can't be more efficient. And that organic couldn't help you, if that makes sense. Like that's why a lot of these like bigger brands will hire me and pay me so much money, because I know how to bring down costs across the board, even without them necessarily like knowing it, because not a lot of people know. Like it's just it's a different type of ball game that just not many people, like, I feel like, realize. Even these high level business owners, like I'll sit in offices and like talk, and it's like a different language to them, because they just don't understand, and like no one's ever sat down and like tried to explain it to them. So it's kind of interesting, it's kind of cool. But yeah, I think that the way that I've been able to scale these brands so fast is solely through organic, at least in the start. Like I've never, literally never have I ever paid to start up a brand using like Meta or TikTok ads. I've always done it organically. You can go check my Instagram for receipts. I've been doing it hundreds of times organically. And that it's literally like the backbone of how I've started everything. Where's this little bitch? I don't know if I should leave this guy be or not. Where are you, little bitch? Where are you? Out and play. I know for a fact this guy's in here.
Camo active.
Where the fuck is this guy? That's crazy. This guy's a magician. Anyways, so like if I were starting from zero again, and I needed to start from zero, I would always go organic because it's what I've always known. Now, I guess there might be some weird world in which you're in a specific tiny little niche that like it just does not work for you. I'd be very fucking surprised because again, I've never seen, there really hasn't been, there's been a few dropshipping stores that it hasn't worked on, but mostly I feel like because the people just weren't that serious about it, like they're kind of retards, but I would be very surprised if it didn't work for you, if you did it that way, because you're literally posting content that's an engagement trap that gets people that don't necessarily have a direct place to fit in within a certain niche, and you're giving them, where is this little bitch? But anyways, you're giving these people like a place where they feel heard, where they feel valued, and where they just want to be a part of the brand and like a part of what you're building. So they'll become your best customers, they'll become your best promoters, they'll bring so much organic attention, organic revenue to the brand that will feed your creative flywheels on the paid side of things. Again, once you're at scale, this will not be at first, this will be once you're at scale. There's really no other way that I think can feed it in the same way that this allows you to, which is so cool.
Engaged.
And because of that, like this strategy, like I've literally made millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of fucking dollars doing it. And it's, again, what allows me to scale to these 20K days. Like that wasn't even a drop. That's just consistent. Like it's fucking incredible. It's actually insane. Like I literally remember when I'd be at the post office, like literally praying for just one more order. Just one more order. That's all I wanted was one more order. And now it's like 20K days and it'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm sure it'll be 100K days and then $1 million days. Like I truly believe it, especially with how big some of these brands are getting. And I'm making it one of my like visions to grow Visionary big again too, because it's my passion. Like I have my passion for the brand back, and it's what started everything for me. And I think it's only right to do it. And I really think it's only right to do it. But building a creator program for your brand will completely change everything for you guys. Like literally everything. Like I promise you that. I'm trying to think of some other tidbits of advice. Managing the program is so fucking important. Like you can't onboard like hundreds of thousands of creators and have no systems and structures. Like you need to have onboarding sequences. You have to have like like you need to automate things beyond what even a VA would be doing on a daily basis. Like obviously wherever you're hosting the community, like let's say it's in Discord, for instance, because that's where I host all my communities. Like once the community starts growing, you almost need to like hire, and quote unquote, I mean hire the people that you are like let's just say you have like five best athletes, right? You probably want to hire those people. So that way, like you want to hire them because they're already acclimated to the community, they have a passion for it, and they will be so active in that fucking chat, like so active. So that's like you need to do that, like no questions asked, to be able to see the best results with everything that you're like doing. You need to nurture like the affiliates. Like you need to be within your DMs. You need to make sure that your customer support is right. Like you can't just like have all of these orders and like not fulfill. Like you can't be doing fucking like stupid shit. Like don't be like getting too overwhelmed, spending stupid amounts of money and then not be able to fulfill your orders. Like you need to be like not being a fucking idiot and like actually like value like what you're building, so that way people respect you back, and God forbid some bad shit does happen, they'll be understanding about it, and they won't be all mad and bent out of shape because you know like you fucked them. Like that's like literally the last thing that you want is that's like literally the last fucking thing that you guys want, is to fuck the people over that are actually going to be helping you in the long run. You cannot be doing stupid shit like that. I gotta do this really fucking quick, so that way I can dip the fuck out. Oh my god, there's so many of those dogs. This is crazy. I've never seen this much loot. I am getting the fuck out of here.
Ammo active.
This is crazy fucking run. Holy shit. Wow. This is nutty. This is fucking nutty. I am gonna hide till there's no tomorrow. This is crazy. Okay, yeah. So basically, step one, you need to nurture the community that you're... Step one, you need to nurture the community. You have to take care of them. Step two, don't be a fucking idiot. You have to make sure that your fulfillment's good. You have to make sure that you're answering all of your DMs. You have to make sure that you're actually fulfilling your orders. You have to make sure that you are doing everything properly. You cannot be fucking over the people that are supporting your vision. You cannot. I see way too many people get lost in the sauce. They go out, they buy a fucking nice car, and then they can't fulfill their orders. Don't be an idiot. Focus on impact first. The money will always follow. Money will always follow the impact that you make on other people's lives. You need to have that solid thing. You need to have that solidified before you go doing any stupid shit. Nobody cares about your nice car. Nobody cares about your Rolex. Genuinely, no one gives a fuck. And that's coming from someone with fucking 2 AMGs. Like, nobody cares. Now, I think the third biggest thing is making sure that you're actually actively listening to your community feedback, because most brand owners like don't actually have like the opportunity to get community feedback, because even if they have a community, like they don't necessarily all have like skin in the game or a reason to, I guess, like they don't have as much of a reason to care that like the way that you build this, people will care way fucking more, and they'll have reason to care.
Health engaged.
Which is a cool thing about it too. Because most people don't have the luxury of doing it.
An anomalous rift has been detected in the area.
So like I said, you really want to make sure that you take care of like the people in your community. You want to make sure that you give them a reason to continue caring too, because they ultimately, they bought into your brand and your vision for a very specific reason. You stick to those core values, so that way they continue. You can't just like completely change your values. You need to like stick to it. You need to show them through actions, because brands are almost like having a kid. You need to make sure that you're constantly taking care of it, and they're like a plant. Like if you don't water them, they're gonna fucking die. So when a drop stops working, just pivot to the products that your affiliates and that your customers really want to see you put out. But yeah, guys, if you do this, I guarantee that you will see insane results with your brand. You don't have to literally, like, this doesn't cost anything. Like, you could do this tomorrow without any cost, without any, like, anything at all, which is what's interesting, because a lot of, like, the other methods out there involve, you know, money up front, this, that, and the third. But, like, this, you literally don't need to, like, you don't need any money to do it. All you need is a brand, and you need some sort of movement built behind the brand. But yeah, guys, I really hope that we had some crazy runs, but I really hope that this video helped you in some way. If you guys have any questions at all, please DM me. I'm gonna keep doing series like this. I'm just gonna be like, hey, made 16K today. Hey, made 40K today. Hey, made 100K today. Like, let's just chat about it. I have some crazy stories I'm gonna tell you guys soon about how I got scammed for like over like $30,000 or $40,000 my first ever drop. how I got scammed by clients, like crazy fucking stories I wouldn't be telling you guys. But this is exactly what I would do if I had to restart and I had to create a creator program. Yeah, DM me with any questions, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I cannot wait to keep putting out more content for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Torpy out.